Failed to connect. It's saying the stream key's wrong for video. I need to see the key for video.
Alright, that's on. Audio's on.
When I click stream on video, it tells me that I can't specify channel or stream key. So I'm going to go back to the stream key and see if I got the wrong code here.
You want the code?
Look, it's just gone.
No, do you want the? Here, I'll give you the
Yeah,
code.
I need it. Hold on. I'm ready.
Will you want video or audio?
Video.
C8ZU-C.
Hold on. Damn it. Okay.
C8ZU.
CZ6.
CZ6V.
V.
Z, I'm guessing 0GA. Dash B7EZ. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and.
Yeah, it's not working. And look, watch, when I clicked it in and said it couldn't access it, and if you go to settings, it's gone again. Watch. Go ahead.
Welcome to the Lions Den in Leander, Texas for tonight's basketball game between the Leander Lions and the Stony Point Tigers. I am Mark Sickles. I will be your play-by-play commentator. Chuck Kracy will be assisting me as your color commentator and working the controls. Tonight's game is being broadcast on SHN Sports. Follow our games this season at shnsports.com. Your team, your broadcast. This is our first broadcast of the year on SHN Sports for boys varsity basketball. Our typical broadcast begins when district play starts, and that is tonight. We have an audio and video links for the basketball games. The video link is password protected, but you can contact me, Chuck Kracy, my wife, for access. We have the team standing. We're about to do the national anthem, and we'll be right back. And the teams are now on the court. They will have the introductions here, but there was a moment of silence for a terrible accident for a Vista Ridge student and basketball player, Miles Hutchison, who passed away. A terrible accident, and I know the boys are supporting him. They have put some identification on their shoes, but we'll get back to that in a little bit. But we are going to go ahead and go into the starting lineups.
Junior, number 11, Omar Smart. Senior, number 5, Grant Leander. 6'3" senior, number 10, Deshaun Jackson. 6'3" senior, number 21, Brandon Gambrell. Get ready to get the line. This is the starting line for the Leander Lions. 6'2" senior, number 1, Ty Wilson. A 5'11" senior, number 2, Leander Sickles. A 6'4" senior, number 4, Logan Clark. 6'3" senior, number 5, Hunter Stevens. And the 6'5" number 35, Noah
Well, Chuck, welcome. We are here for the first district game between Leander and Stony Point. Leander has come out. They're about 5-2 in non-district play. Stony Point 4-5 according to Max Preps. So welcome again. We just got done with football not too long ago, and here we go.
Yeah, Stony Point actually just had a loss to a district opponent in a non-district game. They dropped one to Round Rock in their last meeting.
So here we go. Robledo out there for the tip. And it is up. And Leander controls it. Hunter Stevens brings it up across half court. Being guarded by Leander. Turnover early. Dribbling up the court off to the left side. Drive in. Shot is up. And it is good. So Stony Point takes a quick 2-point lead, and that was by Grant Leander, number 5. Hunter Stevens across to Sisson. Back to Stevens across half court. Slight pressure with the trap. Over to Stevens on the left side. Drives in. Left elbow. Kicks it up. Off the back of the rebound. And rebound there by Logan Clark, and he puts it in for 2. So the score is tied 2-2. 7:20 left here in the first. We will be working on a scoreboard issue, so hopefully we'll get that updated, but we'll try and keep you updated with the score and the time throughout the game. So Stony Point down, going left to right. They are wearing blue. Pass back up to the top, over to number 14, Tyler Heltzel. He takes it back out, being guarded by Clark. Back top of the key, over to the right side to Leander. Three-pointer, no good by Gambrell. Up the right side, Stevens drives it in and goes up for the layup, and he is blocked.
That was great defense there by the Stony Point center.
So they're bringing it up on the right side. Number 11 drives in, left-hand layup, and he is blocked by Robledo, out of bounds.
And Robledo returns the favor.
Yep, 1-1. So Stony Point throwing in to number 21, Gambrell. Back out the top to Leander, who's at the top of the key. Now over to Omar Street, who's dribbling up top, looking inside. Over to Leander. Back to Number 21 on the right side. Now back to Leander. They're moving it around the outside the key. They can't get it inside. Kick it around to the far elbow. Now back to the top. Slowly dribbling, looking around to the left side. Drive in by Heltzel. Goes up. Shot is missed. Rebound by Robledo, bringing it up the right side. Kicks it up the top to Sisson for a three-pointer. No good. Off the back of the iron. Rebound by Heltzel.
He didn't miss too many of those.
No, he doesn't. He has a good shot. Missed shot there by number 11, Omar Street. Robledo brings up the middle, driving in for the layup, and it is good. Finger roll. Leander takes a 4-2 lead with 5:30 left here in the first.
Robledo and the Lions as a team are playing with a lot of energy right now. Both teams trying to probe each other, looking for soft spots on the defense. The Lions taking advantage of some fast break opportunities.
So over to Gambrel on the left side, to Leander. Back inside, kicks it out to number 14, Heltzel for a three, no good.
They're going to have to get somebody out on him. He took that shot with confidence.
Yeah, it looked like the ball went over the rim and hit Wilson on the foot, went out of bounds, so Tigers throw it in under the basket, top of the key. 3 men up top. They seem to be kicking it around the top, trying to find an opening back over on the left side, now in the far corner. Back up to the top.
Lions playing excellent defense right now.
Heltzel dribbling the ball with Stevens guarding him. Down into the right side, tries to go in for a shot, goes another pass inside, shot, no good. It was missed.
Own rebound and ended up getting fouled.
Deshaun Jackson underneath missed the shot. Robledo with the foul.
Careful with the fouls, Noah.
So now they'll be throwing it in under the Lions basket. Lions still leading 4-2 with 4:41 left here in the first. Tigers kick it around to the right side, near corner. Back up to the elbow, dribbles up top. Jackson has the ball top of the key over to Leander on the left side, back to Jackson on the right side. Moving it around the top, not a lot of offensive movement. Now he breaks in a little bit inside the three-point line. Leander backs it right back out. Good defense by Leander, wearing their white jerseys and white pants. Drives in, kicks it over. Ball goes on the line. That will be a turnover, so Lions will have the ball with 4:08 left here in the first quarter, leading 4-2.
That was great defense. A little bit of a zone inside the three-point arc that will collapse on whoever has the ball. They do a great job of forcing a turnover.
Stevens drives in, turns around, shot up, no good off the front of the rim. Robledo with the rebound, looks out, passes back to Stevens for the cut. He gets fouled, almost went in, a little bit short on the left side of the iron, but he will go to the line.
So fluid is Hunter Stevens when he comes into the lane like that, with or without the ball.
So the Lions back off, 4 of them not getting in for the rebound. Hunter Stevens for the first. It's good.
He didn't miss many of those.
So Logan Clark, number 4, and Robledo coming in. Now Robledo being going to the sideline. Zach Meyer, number 0, coming in. Goes in for the rebound here. Hunter Stevens with his second free throw. Off the back iron, but his rebound by Robledo goes up. Turnaround, no good off the back. Stony Point brings it up along the left side. Stevens guarding. Number 11, Omar Street, top of the key. Over to the right side to Leander. Inside to number 21, missed shot, Gambrel. And the ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, that could have been a foul called against Stony Point there. It was a great job of blocking out by Leander's number 35, Noah Robledo.
So throwing the ball in, off to the left side. Try and kick it in, a little bit of contact, no foul. Back out for a three-pointer, no good. And over the back by number 5, Grant Leander.
That was
fouled Landon Sisson.
Yeah, that was less of an over the back than the non-call the play before.
Slight pressure here by the Tigers over to the left side to Sisson. Breaks him down, tries to dribble in, comes back out top of the key. Setting up the offense to Robledo for a 3 on the left side, off the back rim, no good. Rebound Leander up to the left side. Kicks it back out, they slow it down. Up to number 14, Heitzel. Tries to go inside, and there's a foul by number 0, Zach Meyer, contact when they were trying to get the ball into the paint. So Leander leads 5-2, 3:03 left here in the first. Stony Point throwing in under the Lions basket. Off to the far left side, brings it back up top. Leander being guarded by Sisson.
Well, these teams can score in bunches, so.
Jackson now has the ball over to the right side. Dribbles back out to the top. Heitzel being guarded by Stevens. Lots of pressure on him. Up to the top, into the corner, back out to the top. They keep moving around. They're trying to look inside, but they can't get an open shot or an open pass inside. Shot off the side.
Wow, with a man in his face.
Yep, off the glass and in. That was number 11, Omar Street, 5'4", Lions. Stevens brings it up, gets a pick, drives in for the shot, a foul.
Almost got it above the rim.
Good aggressive drive to the basket right there by Hunter Stevens. Unable to make the bucket, but he will go to the line for two. .218 left here in the first. Hunter Stevens, first shot, no good, rolls in and out. And now number 20, Jalen Mosley, is coming in for number 5, Grant Leander. Stevens with the second, free throw is good. Lions up 6-4, .218 left here in the first.
So he's 3 of 4 there at the stripe here early.
Three-point shot by Heitzel, no good. Robledo with the rebound. Kicks it up to the right to Stevens. Looking down the middle, over to the left to Sisson. Three-pointer off the left wing, no good.
Wow, that's another miss for Sisson.
And that was a foul on number 1, Kais Wilson, underneath when the ball went off the rim. So 2:02 left here in the first. 6-4 Leander. Kind of a low-scoring game so far, but Stony Point's had the ball for a while on offense. They keep kicking it around, but they don't really. They're trying to get it inside, but they don't seem to get an opening. Good defense by Leander right now.
Leander
off the left side drives it in, and it is good.
Nice
by
play.
Number 10, Deshaun Jackson for 2 points. Leander bringing the ball up past half court, drives in. Sisson drives in, kicks out to the right to Wilson, up to the top to Stevens for 3. It's good. 9-6 Leander. Ball off to the right side to number 20, Mosley. Looking down the right side. A little bit of contact, no foul. Back up to the top. Driving over to the right side, kicks it back over, tries to get inside, kicks it out to the left wing. Three-pointer, short, no good. Ball goes out of bounds.
Stony Point.
Leander's ball.
Well, that was off number 21 of the Tigers.
Michael Sickles, number 10, is now coming in for Landon Sisson. Pass into Stevens on the left side, bringing it up, a little bit of pressure. Gets it across half court. Man-to-man defense on the side to Wilson, left side to the top to Meyer. Back to Stevens on the left wing. Looks inside, Robledo wide open. Went up for the pass and got hammered for the foul. So he'll go to the line shooting 2, but he was wide open. If he would have been able to get up a little bit quicker, but they closed quickly on him and fouled him pretty hard, so he'll have 2 free throws.
Both teams really spent this first quarter trying to fill each other out.
First one off the back of the iron, no good. Leander leads 9-6. Second one is up, and it is good. 49 seconds left here in the first. Mosley brings the ball up past half court, being guarded by Sickles, top of the key, kicks it over onto the left side. Quick trap, and there's a turnover. Kais Wilson taking it, driving in for the easy layup. Good pressure by Leander, forced a turnover.
Lions with a flurry of points here late in the first period.
Sickles and Stevens set a quick trap once he got past near the top of the key, and they threw it away. An easy one for Robledo. So 12-6 Leander, 15 seconds left. They're looking inside. Kick it up to Mosley on the top, being guarded by Sickles. Drives on the right side, tries to back himself in, kicks it out. Top of the key, over to the side. Mosley for 3, in and out. Rebound Stevens, 1 second left. Throws it down the court, a little bit short. So at the end of the first, Leander leads 12-6. Good effort there, but good defense by Leander. With their defense that they have been working on, we've seen it improve over the preseason. It's awfully difficult to run. Not going to get a lot of details here on the air, but they did a good job of putting pressure and not allowing the pass to get into the paint.
Correct, and the Lions, both teams kind of feeling each other out early. Stony Point still hasn't really found their offense yet. Lions playing great defense.
Yeah, so right now we've got about 30 seconds left before they head back out for the second. But here we go. Stony Point, what we were talking about earlier, seem to really be trying to work it inside. They have one of their players is 6'3", senior Brandon Gamble, and also Deshaun Jackson, 6'3". They seem to be trying to get it inside to them, but Leander's doing a really good job of closing off the passing lane and not allowing them to get inside. So now they're walking back out onto the court. Leander in the white jerseys, Stony Point in the blue jerseys, and Leander is going right to left as you are listening on the broadcast.
And if you happen to have a password and you're watching, you knew that already.
If you're listening, then we'll try and give. Steal knocked away by Sickles. Turnover picked up by Logan Clark. Stevens brings it up, kicks over to Sickles on the right wing. To Robledo, tip, gets it back.
Nice
shot. Nice 18-foot shot, 2 points.
Very smooth by Robledo. He didn't even hesitate when the ball was tipped. Still grabbed the pass and put up the nice jumper.
14-6 Leander here in the second. Looking to go inside. No one's inside. Back out to number 11 Street. Kicks it over to the left, dribbles along the left wing. Top of the key, now over to the right side. Mosley backing out. Back to Street, almost at midcourt, tries to get the offense going, looks inside, down to the far corner.
Defense still great there for the Lions inside the arc.
They seem to be confused by the Lions defense, exactly what they're running here. Off to the left side, down into the corner, guarded by Robledo, takes it inside. Looks like he went up and down, no call, but they will give him the bucket.
And there could have been steps on the assist right before the assist pass.
So they'll give the bucket to Mosley, 2 points. Robledo on the right side. Now Stevens picks it up. Looks over to Coach Bradley. Off to the right side to Sisson. Makes a fake to Logan Clark at the top, over to Sickles at the left wing. Looks inside to Sisson.
Nice pass.
Good pass, but he closed quickly on him. Robledo top, now off to Stevens, drives in, lots of pressure. Sisson for 3 from the left corner. Off, no good. Robledo gets pushed, and it goes out of bounds. Lions ball.
Well, Sisson had a tough time with that pass from Stevens, and it affected his shot. He almost knocked it down anyway. Just missed it.
So now they're talking here as to whose ball it may be, but yep, they give it to Leander. Throwing it in under the Tigers basket. Stevens throwing the ball in. Looking inside, out to Clark. Now up to Sisson. Turnover. Mosley goes in for the layup, and it is good, 14-10. Miscommunication between Stevens and Sisson right there. Stevens goes all the way inside to Logan Clark for the layup. It's good. Good assist by Hunter Stevens.
Quick answer by the Lions, too. Started with Sickles, pass to Stevens.
So Leander is leading 16-10. 5:39 left here in the second. Stony Point moving the ball around to Mosley. Three-pointer in and out. Rebound Robledo. Throws it up to Hunter Stevens on the left side. Driving into the key. Takes a shot, kicks out to Sickles, drives in, and it gets blocked by number 45, Austin Taylor. So Mosley with the ball, kicks it off to the right corner, tries to drive in number 33 off to number 21 off the left side, and it is off the backboard, no good. Rebound Hunter Stevens, a little bit of contact but no call. Kicks it off to the right side, drives in for the layup, and they are going to call a foul on Hunter Stevens. Went in strong.
Oh, you're kidding me.
And they're calling a charge.
Well, we don't have replay here, but I'm pretty sure those feet were shuffling.
So Robledo is now going to the bench, and Kais Wilson heading in for him. Omar Street bringing the ball up past half court. 16-10 Lions leading right now here in the second. 4:50 left. Looking to set up their offense. Goes to the left wing. Back up to the top to Mosley. Over to the right side to Quaylen Lomax, number 3, who's in now. Slow offense here for the Tigers. They seem to be trying to set something up, but no one's really moving on offense right now. Kick it over onto the left side. Try to look inside. Nobody's there. Up to the top of the key is Lomax, being guarded by Sickles. Now over to Omar Street on the left side. Drives just inside the three-point line. Kicks over to the right side. Three-pointer off the back of the board. No good. Rebound by number 45, Taylor. Able to kick it back out to number 20, Mosley. Drives it in. Goes up. No good. Rebound. Logan Clark, and it's going to be a foul on number 3, Quaylen Lomax.
And he lost his goggles. Nice effort there by Clark.
So Sisson throwing the ball into Stevens. A little under 4 minutes left here. A little bit of pressure on Stevens, but he's able to bring it up past half court. Looks down, drives along the right side. Now drives in, kicks it out to Sisson. Looks to get a shot, but a shot is not there, so gets it back out to Stevens at the top. Look inside to Kais Wilson. Ball gets past him and the other players, and it goes out of bounds. Passes a little bit low. May have had a little bit of contact off of Stony Point, but they did not call it, so turnover Lions.
That was a bullet pass. I think I saw some sparks come off the floor when it hit the floor right before it went out of bounds. So, as we mentioned, there is a scoreboard issue here. We're unable to provide you the scoreboard, but it is 16-10 here in the second period. Lions lead Stony Point, in case you're just tuning in to Leander basketball here on SHN Sports.
So heading back out here, just a few minutes left here in the second period. Stony Point still at the bench. Lions on the court. Have Wilson, Clark, Sisson, Sickles, and Stevens on the court for Leander right now. Jaden Cunningham is now in for Stony Point, throwing the ball in, going left to right. Mosley brings the ball up, being guarded by Sisson off to the right wing. Quick step, number 11 takes a shot. Omar Street, it's good for 2. Throws the ball in and gets knocked out of bounds by number 11, Omar Street. The score is now 16-12, 3:19 left here in the second period. A lot more pressure here by Stony Point. Gets the ball into Stevens in the corner. Spins, moves up the side. A lot of pressure, lots of men open. Over to the side to Sickles for 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Deshaun Street with a quick drive all the way down.
It's a tough break there because their feet were tangled up. They called a charge.
They call a charge.
He was out of control.
He was a little bit out of control, and that was Landon Sisson was able to get back.
Stony Point coach not happy.
So Robledo comes in for Sickles. 3:06 left here in the second period. Sisson getting ready to throw the ball in under their basket with the turnover, the charge. Back to Sisson, throws it to Robledo on the right side. They break half court. The right wing now up to the top to Sisson. Dribbles around the right side. Clark with the pick. Looks inside, nobody's there. Stevens drives into the paint, kicks it over to Clark. Side, shot is up, no good. Rebound Robledo, tries to go up strong, and he gets it off the glass. 2 points.
Great effort, great use of his body as well to get up and get that layup.
18-12 Leander here, 2:30 left in the second period. Street bringing the ball up, gets it to the top of the key to number 45, Taylor. Looks inside, nobody's there. Off to Lomax. Back to the top. And slowly holding the ball outside the three-point line. Kick it over to the right wing. Now back over to the top to Taylor. Off to the left side, drives in, and it is a rolls-in layup by number 20, Mosley. Score is now 18-14. Leander quickly down to Sisson on the left wing. Dribbles across, top of the key, throws it inside. Looks like it was deflected, but they're not going to say anything, and they're giving the ball to Stony Point.
Wow.
That's typically not a pass that you would see going 10 feet out of bounds over everybody's head.
Well, when it changes direction, you know somebody got a hand on it. It's just whose hand was on it.
Yep. So now Andrew Alger's in. Three-pointer. Off the rim, no good for Stony Point. Logan Clark gives the ball to Stevens, who kicks it across to Robledo on the left side. Top of the key, being guarded by number 1 Cunningham. Now kicks over to the right side to Stevens for 3. It is good. 21-14 Leander, 1:20 left here in the second period.
Stevens has a great stroke, especially when it counts.
Stony Point slowly moving the ball off to the left side. Looking inside, try to get it to the top of the key. Now they get it to Taylor, who tries to drive inside for the layup, and it is good.
Nice move by the big man.
Stevens now bringing the ball up. 55 seconds left here in the second. Oh, lots of contact, no call. Ball's on the ground. That tries to kick it up off to the left side. Tries to drive in, lots of steps, no traveling. Ball goes off the glass, and it is rebound by Cunningham, and they're going to call a foul on Leander.
We got an NBA no call there. You take a Euro step or something?
I don't know. I saw a lot of steps. I'm not sure if I saw a Euro step, but lots of steps. So Cunningham is at the line for Stony Point. First one is off the back of the rim, no good. Leander with the 5-point lead here, 45 seconds left before halftime. Cunningham here for the second free throw. No good. Rebound by Stevens. Kicks it over to Alger on the left side. Down the court, tipped out of bounds by number 11, Omar Street. He was trying to get into Logan Clark for an easy layup. A good defense there, just enough to tip it away. So Leander will have the ball underneath the Stony Point basket. Wilson getting ready to throw the ball in. Looks to get to Stevens, and he just gets it in. Tough defense, drives in tight over to the right side of Robledo. Off the glass, no good. Rebound Clark, it's good. Good putback by Logan Clark. Score is now 23-16 Leander. 20 seconds left here in the second period. Omar Street dribbling here, clock now down to 15. Oh, almost turns it over. Kais Wilson, good tough defense on Cunningham. Gets it back to Street. Clock is now down to 9-8. Tries to dribble in, being guarded by Hunter Stevens. Pressure by Kais. Three-pointer by Cunningham. No good. Rebound Robledo, and that'll be it for halftime. Lions with a 23-16 lead. So we saw a little bit of offense by Leander and a lot of good defense by Leander. We didn't see a lot of ball movement by Stony Point. I think that was in part due to the Leander defense. They weren't sure exactly what they were playing, and a lot of the passes were outside the three-point line. But good job by Leander controlling the defensive boards. Good job pushing it up, and they had a couple open shots. They missed some, but were able to get a lot of points inside with Hunter Stevens and Robledo. So we're here at halftime. Leander leads 23-16. We will be back for the second half. Anything you want to add before we get off?
No, just, it's pretty much what I expected from the Lions here in the first half. The offense going through Robledo and Stevens. We've seen good effort from all of the Lions, especially defensively on the glass. And the Lions taking advantage of some fast break points. And Stony Point misses to take this halftime lead. We'll be back in about 9 minutes.
Yeah, about 9 minutes here on SHN Sports. We'll see you soon. and put it in your phone or the other one?
How do we get the game on?
What?
How do we get the game on?
You have to get the code. They have codes now. Well, you can do the SHN on the normal thing, and you can hear it.
Okay.
But the video, you have to have the code. And I can give you the link for that.
Okay, do you have that?
Yeah. I think so. Let me see. You may want to check and see which one it is. I could hear it before when we were doing it.
We're not allowed to.
Well, we are back here at the Lions Den in Leander, Texas for tonight's basketball game between Leander Lions and Stony Point Tigers. Ready to start the third period. Leander is up 23-16 at halftime. Just looking at some of the stats, Leander hit 50% of its 2-point shots, 7 of 14, and 29% of its 3-point shots, 2 of 7. Free throws, 50%, 3 of 6. And right now they have 23 points, 3 assists, 6 offensive rebounds, 11 defensive rebounds. That was something we talked about earlier, Chuck.
Yeah.
5 fouls, 1 block, 1 steal, and 6 turnovers.
They've done a great job defensively and on the glass especially.
So we got about 20 seconds here before we start the third period, but pretty good showing so far here for the first district game for Leander. Getting ready to go back on the court. We will have, looks like Robledo will be out there with Clark and Wilson and Stevens and Sisson. So the starting 5 back out there for the start of the third quarter.
Yeah, Bradley generally doesn't change his starting lineup from the beginning of the game to the beginning of the second half unless he's forced to.
Yeah, so far
with
the
fouls
first,
or something.
he's had a couple rotations in during the second quarter, and depending on the second half, he may put others in, he may not.
Yeah, he just needs somebody he's trying to find that one guy to get hot off the bench. And
So-
he'll keep rotating through those guys until he finds them.
So Wilson throws the ball into Robledo. Leander is going left to right as you are listening. Stevens on gets it over to Clark. Clark goes on to the right side, kicks it inside to Kais Wilson for an easy layup, 2 points.
Great alertness and a pass there by Clark, the big man, showing the soft touch.
25-16 Leander. Stony Point bringing the ball up. On top of the key over to the left wing to Eldier. Inside to number 21. Gambrel misses a shot. Rebound by Robledo. Kicks it off to Stevens on the right side. Driving hard down the court. Kicks it in for an easy layup. Logan Clark. Nice assist there by Hunter Stevens.
Lions extending their lead quickly here, early third.
Omar Street with the ball up top. Guarded by Wilson. Kicks it off to the right wing. Guarded by Stevens, now inside. Turnaround, spin move. Throws it inside, the pass to number 10. Jackson tries a turnaround. Misses it. Rebound, Stony Point. Misses it. Rebound, Stony Point. So back out to Street. Kicks it way up. Pass half court. See if Sisson can get it. And they will call it backcourt violation. That was close. Sisson almost got to it. And I think Eldier was hoping he was going to be able to just touch the ball so he could grab it.
Right. Sisson's too fast for that.
He is. So Leander now has the ball underneath Stony Point's basket. Stevens throwing it in. Inside, Logan Clark, layup, good. Nice move by Clark to get open inside. Leander opens up a 13-point lead, 29-16, 6:40 left in the third period.
The Stony Point timeout, and they need it.
Good run by Leander there, 6-0 run, I believe. They were at 23, now 29, so good start by Leander. And we have about a minute here. They're going to take a full minute timeout. So good job by Leander to come out for the second half and to get going and get some points on the board.
Yeah, sorry if there's a little bit of shaking with the camera. We got some children up here on our row enjoying the Lions.
They are. They're excited as well. But, yeah, we have a good student crowd here tonight, and so far this year we've had a lot of kids out here, which is great.
There's a lot of support. They're not as rowdy as you'd like, but maybe as the season wears on and the games gain more and more importance, there'll be more buy-in.
And not a lot of hatred towards Stony Point at this point.
No.
Maybe by the end of the year or next year they'll have a little more hatred towards them, but not like some of the local schools that we usually play that crowd gets pretty intense.
Well, and a couple of them still in our district. Obviously, the LISD schools, although, as mentioned earlier in the broadcast, all of us here at LISD feel the pain of those at Vista Ridge basketball.
So ball gets thrown in, top of the key. Eldier dribbles around, off to the left wing. Number 10 for a three-pointer, no good. Off the back of the rim, rebound. Kicks it back out up top. Eldier for three from the far wing. No good. Another rebound by Stony Point. Tries to look inside. Turnover. Ball's on the ground. It's loose. Picked up by number 10, Jackson. And it looks like we're going to have a contact foul.
Mark, I don't think it's just you and I who noticed all of the defensive rebounds by the Lions in the first half. Stony Point certainly took notice and have taken measures to try to get some of their own offensive rebounds instead of letting the Lions get those.
Yep, that was a foul on Wilson. Throw the ball into Gambrell. Turns around, shot no good. Rebound by Stevens. Looks up to Kais Wilson on the right side, streaking in for the layup, and it is blocked underneath by number 14, Heitzel. A little bit of contact, but they're not going to call it.
Letting them play.
Off to the right side, Heitzel from 3, left corner. It's good. 29-19, Leander.
It was the first Stony points of the period, of the half even.
So here we go. Ball now over to the left side. Stevens being guarded by Leander. Moves it around, throws it in to Robledo. Shots up, back of the rim, no good. Rebound, Stony Point. Pushes it up the left side. Street looks for a shot off the glass. It's good.
I didn't see him call that.
2-pointer, yep. He kicks it up, and layup going in. Sisson, it is blocked. Another block for Stony Point. Now they're pushing it up. Goes up for the layup, no good. Good defense by Stevens. And we get a little bit of contact on that ball, but Stony Point keeps it. 14 in the corner for a three-pointer, no good. Robledo with the rebound. Lots of action here, but not a lot of points.
Right, and again, the Stony Point getting a lot of their own misses off the boards.
Yeah, they're taking
the
a lot of.
were getting those in the first half.
Robledo goes in for the layup, and he is fouled.
That's a way to force the action there by Robledo.
Fouled by Brandon Gambrell, number 21, who had a couple of those blocks earlier, trying to get another one. But yeah, a lot of the Stony Point shots are, from far outside or three-point range, and as we all know, if you miss those, a lot of those rebounds are going to get
long
outside
rebounds,
the key.
Sure. Robledo, big 6'5" sophomore for the Lions, has really made his presence known for the Lions this season.
Yeah, he's done a good job learning the offense. Robledo misses the first free throw. Now ready for the second. Sickles and Meyer are in for Leander. The second one's good. 30-21 Leander. Ball to Street as he brings it up past half court. Being guarded by Wilson up top. Kicks it over to the right side to Leander, guarded by Sickles. Looks inside. Gets it to number 10.
Nice job by Robledo.
Deflected by Robledo, but back out to Stony Point. 11 kicks over to Leander, far wing. Tries to get it in, and there's a foul.
They called a push on number 11 for the Lions, Andrew Alger. Or number 10, rather. They called that on Sickles, looks like.
I don't even know if he touched him. Inside pass, tries to go up, off the glass. It's good by number 14, Heitzel. Sickles throws the ball into Stevens, up the right side, drives in hard, goes in for the layup. It's good. Coast to coast, Stevens. 32-23 Lions. Stony Point brings it up quickly. Street up top, looks to get it inside, and it is off the glass. Rebound by Sickles, bringing it up. Looks to go up hard, and it is a miss shot. Looks like there may have been a little bit of contact, but nothing. No contact or no foul whatsoever. 32-23 Leander. Stevens is throwing the ball in.
Referee swallowed their whistle on that one.
Throws it in. Oh, Paul deflected, but it is Zach Meyer picks it back up, kicks it over to Stevens for a three-pointer. No, Sickles, top of the key, looks, passes it back to Stevens on the right side. They reset the offense. Stevens over to Libredo on the right side. Back to Stevens for three. Off the rim. No good. Rebound by number 11, Street. Brings it up the left side. Kicks it to number 10, Jackson for three. No good. Another rebound by Stony Point. But then it's off his foot. Goes out of bounds.
Yeah, number 14, Tyler Heitzel, was expecting a faster pass, I guess, there.
32-23 Leander. 3:20 left here in the third period. Stevens brings the ball up, guarded by Leander. Drives in quick, kicks it over to the left side to Sickles for three. It is up, short, just off the front of the rim.
Just barely off.
And a lot of contact.
It looked like Michael took a little bit too long with his shot. He just needs to let it.
Looked like he was a little too wide open, so he took a little too long there. So it looks like they'll have a foul on Robledo underneath.
Shooters like having a guy coming at them. Not necessarily in their face, but on the way,
Kicks it over to the left side to Leander, guarded by Sickles. Inside to number 10. Lots of pressure. Tries to go into Robledo. Good defense. Kicks it back out to the top to number 11, Street, over to the right side. Trying to get it inside. Drives down Robledo with the defense. Shot is up. No good. Rebound. Stevens kicks it up to Sickles. Goes in for the layup, and it is good. Assist by Stevens. 34-23, Leander. Good fast break right there. Got a good rebound by Stevens. Kicked it up. Sickles able to finish on the layup. Gets it inside. Contact. No call. Off to Leander. They're trying to get it into Gambrell up top at the free throw line to set up their offense, but a good job of Leander on the defense. Tries to throw it down low, out of bounds. Good defense by Meyer right there to make him throw a little too high, but ball goes out of bounds. So now Sisson is coming in for Kais Wilson.
Stony Point offense getting a little frustrated there, trying to get the ball inside, and the Lion defense stingily keeping it out of there.
Stevens brings it up past half court. 2:06 left here in the third period. Over to Sisson. A little bit of pressure trouble. Throws it into Meyer. Goes up for the shot. Off the glass. No good. Rebound by Sickles. Kicks it back out to Sisson for three. No good. Off the front of the rim. Rebound by Jackson brings it, Street brings it up, spin move, guarded by Sickles, now backs it back out past the three-point line. Off to the left side, they're trying to get it into Gambrell, they just can't do it. Leander just is closing that off. They get it to him at the free throw line, kicks it over to the left side, nice move, up for two, no good. Ball loose on the ground, another rebound by Heitzel. Long shot, kick it over to the left side.
Zach Meyer doing a great job of keeping the ball away from Gambrell down low.
Robledo now back out to the top of the key. They keep kicking it around, top of the key into the sides. Drive down into the corner, now back out. Kicks it back out to the top. Gambrell for three, short. Air ball, no good.
He's trying to pull Meyer out defensively, and Meyer waited, and it didn't matter. He didn't even hit the rim.
Pass the ball up to Sickles, kicks it over the corner to Sisson, and the ball is stuck between the rim and the backboard. So
Sisson having a little tough time finding his range tonight.
Yeah, a little bit. We haven't hit too many three-pointers tonight, but they will come in bunches. We've seen them make them this year so far. So now Kais Wilson goes back in, and Robledo takes a breather. Kicks over to the right side. Sisson
under a minute here in the third period.
Now off to the left wing, back up top. Over to the left side. They keep moving it around, trying to look inside to Gambrell. Not there. Kicks over to the left corner. Looks for a three. Nope. Gets it back into Street and Jackson. Three-pointer. No good. Rebound. Hunter Stevens. A little bit of contact. Brings it up. 30 seconds left off the right side. Now he brings it back out to set it up. Hunter Stevens on the right side.
For the last shot here.
20 seconds left, slowly dribbling. Being guarded by Jackson, able to break the 5-point, kicks it over to Sickles for three. Oh, and they call a quick turnover, stutter step by Sickles for a turnover. So the ball will go back to
You almost want him to take that shot there.
But we've been seeing a lot of that this year, especially last year. They will call that quick step as a travel as soon as you get the ball if you don't put it on the ground.
Yeah, it's been a point of emphasis the last couple of seasons.
Drives down, kicks it up for three. No good. Rebound. Gambrell, no good. Clock runs out, and Leander has a 34-23 lead at the end of the third period.
Yep, that's the end of the period. The Lions extend their lead a little bit.
Haven't had a lot of turnovers, but we haven't seen a lot of shots either. Seems like the ball's kind of moving slowly on Stony Point. They're kind of slowing the game down. Leander's had a couple choices and a couple chances on fast breaks. They've been able to capitalize on those, but on a couple of those, Gambrell, number 21, has had 2 or 3 blocks that they've been going in for layups. A couple more of those, and Leander may have a commanding lead right now, but Stony Point is still in the game here.
Definitely, and if they didn't adjust on their offensive rebounding, the Lions would have about a 20-point lead here. So they made the adjustments necessary in the first half, but the Lions have just adjusted their game and continued. Stony Point just hasn't been able to find any range at all, missing most of their shots.
Yeah, missing most of their threes, and they're trying to get into a gamble, but they can't get it into him low enough for him to take any quality shots. So great job by the Leander defense.
They even tried to bring him out at the top of the key and get him a three-point shot to just give him a chance to take a shot, and he missed the rim entirely. So
on the court for Leander, back to the starting five here with 8 minutes left here, start of the fourth period. Ball gets thrown into Stevens, going left to right as you're listening to the broadcast. A little bit of pressure by Street up top. Looks to Kais Wilson, top of the key, drives in for the layup, puts it up off the glass, and
tough
a
shot
foul by number 5, Leander.
That was a tough shot attempt there.
Good aggressive move by Kais Wilson, and gets the foul, so he'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Had to go with his left hand on that shot. It's a difficult angle, too. So we'll get some freebies here at the line. Hopefully he'll knock them down.
First one good by Wilson. 35-23 lead for Leander. 36-23, second one's good.
Knocked them both down.
Ball being thrown into Street as he walks it up the court. Gets past half court, and Wilson getting ready to guard him. Kicks over to Leander on the right side. Now back over to Jackson. Throws it to Street, gets tipped out of bounds, but they will say it's still Stony Point ball.
Good quick hands by Kais there. He poked it away and went out of bounds.
Looked to throw the ball inside to Gamble. Outside, no good, not able to do it. Kick it up top. Off to the left wing once again. Try and go in low. They just can't get it into him. Great job by Logan Clark defending. Over to the right side, now over to the right wing. Once again looking inside, and nobody's there.
Line big man doing a great job of protecting the blocks.
Street drives around, kicks it to Leander for 3. It's good on the left, from the left corner.
That's something they haven't really had a lot of tonight, and that's obviously vital to their offense.
10-point game lead here for Leander. Ball over to the right side to Landon Sisson. Dribbles, a little bit of pressure. Now for Stony Point, off to Wilson on the left side. Drives in, looks for the shot. Free throw line, no good. And there's going to be a foul once again on Leander. Robledo, about 8 inches taller than him, went up for the rebound. Looked like he may have been reaching around Leander.
There was a little bit of contact.
But they're going to call Leander for the contact foul, so Leander will have the ball under Stony Point basket.
We kind of backed him out a little bit before the rebound attempt, but tough calls tonight both ways.
Leander tries to get the ball inside, blocked away, tried to get it into Logan Clark. Leander's ball out of bounds.
Yeah, Leander there defensively poked it away. Maybe if he cut that ponytail, it might have worked out a little bit. I'm sorry, I just have an issue with it.
6:42 left here in the fourth. Leander throws the ball into Robledo. Dribbles around the top. Over to Wilson on the right side. Drives in, kicks out to Sisson for 3. It's up. Off the rim. No good. Rebound by Mosley. Kicks up the right side. Back to Steele. Sisson now pushing the ball up hard. Kicks over to Wilson on the left side for 3. It is up. No good. Off of the backboard, off of Robledo's head and out of bounds.
Right off his forehead like he headed it in for a goal.
So Stony Point gets the ball here, down by 10, 6:15 left here in the fourth.
I'd like to see the hustle from Sisson. He can't find that three-point shot quite tonight, but he's still hustling defensively, getting steals and making passes and stuff.
Yeah, if you're not executing on one point, one phase, execute on the other and keep shooting. That's the only way you'll get out of a slump.
You can always hustle.
So ball's on the right side. Defended.
Nice job.
Steal by by Stevens. Able to deflect it and catch it. So now he drives up past half court, backs it back out. Looks to set up the offense, being guarded by Heitzel. Tight. Stony Point now starting to tighten up their defense. Ball's on the ground.
Couldn't really tell because the student section's in the way.
A little bit of talking here, a little bit of jawing here.
Going. Remember you were talking about how we did not like Stony Point. Well,
hey, maybe it's starting. It looks like Leander called a timeout there as the ball was on the ground. They were about to turn the ball over, so they called timeout.
Yeah, that's not a good spot to really start talking noise right in front of the student section. You want to get the crowd involved. That's one way to do it.
Definitely is. That's not where you want to be.
And the students are all standing up, and they have remained standing here in the second half. So,
yeah, Leander is typically, they play a little bit of inside, but they do shoot a lot of threes, and they've been a little bit off tonight. They've made some, but it's still early in the season. They're still trying to feel each other out here and get their offense moving, and depending on whether it's a man defense or a zone defense, a little bit of a tempo, but they still have a 10-point lead here, playing well enough to keep that lead most of the game.
Yeah, I think both teams, you get a little bit of play pre-district. It's really not enough for a sport like basketball. So you still see a little bit of rust on both of these teams. And the games in district, every one of them mean a lot.
Yep. So Wilson getting ready to throw the ball in. Gets it into Logan Clark, over to Stevens on the left side, drives, shot is up and good.
Smooth.
2 points for Hunter Stevens off the left side, just outside the key. Drive in by Stony Point. Turnover, Robledo, great defense, was able to get the steal over to Stevens, who now walks it up past half court. 5:15 left here in the game. A lot more pressure here by Heitzel, and deflected out of bounds by number 1, Cunningham. Almost a steal. Try to get the ball over to Sisson on the left side.
Well, still line basketball here. 5:10 remaining, Lions a 12-point lead.
So Wilson throws the ball into Stevens in the backcourt. Walks it up. More pressure here. Picks him up at half court. Over to the right side to Kais Wilson. Looks inside, drives in, puts a shot up outside. It's good. 2 points for Wilson. The score is now 40-26. Leander. 2 consecutive, probably about 10-foot shots for Leander. They've both gone in. The pass inside finally to Gambrell, who's able to get the layup for 2 points.
And you see why they want to get it inside to him.
So Stevens drives in all the way down the court, off the glass and in.
Stevens with a quick answer. That could have been a travel there by Street.
So Gambrell off to the left side to Heitzel, drives in.
Nice
Steal by
defense.
Stevens, and a lot of contact, and they do call the foul on number 1, Jaden Cunningham, or Stevens was off to the races.
That's kind of a street ball defense right there by Hunter Stevens as he slaps it around the defender along the baseline to himself.
Yep.
Pretty impressive.
Oh, and we also want to wish Hunter Stevens a very happy birthday. It is his birthday today, so he's having a great game. And the ball's on the ground. He picks it up, looks over to the left side. Robledo for 3. It is up and foul. He gets knocked out of bounds. Looks like they're going to call a foul on number 21, Gambrell.
That was a big collision over in the corner there.
Stevens having a good shooting night, good defensive night, so happy birthday, Hunter Stevens.
So we get 3 of these here at the strap, right?
We do.
Oh.
First one for Robledo off the back iron, no good.
You always say they don't call them easy throws. They're free throws, but they're not easy.
Second one is good.
Especially if someone like me is shooting them.
Austin Taylor comes in, and number 33, number 23, or 33, Brandon Williams goes out for Stony Point. So Robledo here for his 3rd free throw. It's good. 44-28 Leander, 4:12 left here in the 4th. So Stony Point brings it up past half court. Lomax with the ball over to the right side, looking to number 45, Taylor. Now swing it over to the left side, looking inside for Gambrell. Drives, and there's a contact foul by Kais Wilson, number 1, also on number 1, Cunningham, as he tries to drive baseline.
Wilson trying to cut off that baseline. He almost did it.
Ball gets in Tries to go inside. They kick it around, and ball goes out of bounds, but it'll be Stony Point ball.
Stevens has such quick hands. He actually made a couple of dribbles with that before it went out of bounds.
So Stony Point throwing it on the far side. Tried to get it into Gramble. Turn around. Contact goes
nice
up. It's blocked by Robledo. It looks like that must be most of the Tigers' offense getting it into Gamble. I mean, we've seen him with some good shots, but Leander just playing great defense on him.
Lions knew what Stony Point wanted to do, and they took it away. They said, you're going to beat us with your other players.
Taylor with the ball, kicks over the far corner. Three-pointer, no good. Another rebound by Stony Point goes up, and a lot of contact. Gamble being fouled by Robledo, so he'll go to the line and shoot two. Leander up 44-28 with 3:30 left here in the game.
Clark looking for a foul after the foul as Gamble kind of pushed him after he took the shot.
First shot is good for Gamble. 44-29 Lions.
3.5 minutes left.
Second shot is up and good. Smooth left-handed shot for Gamble.
He's obviously their offensive focus.
So we'll have a stop and play here with 3:30. Looks like we're going to have a timeout. It is
I'm not sure who called that timeout.
Oh, it looks like the Stony Point called a timeout. 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here. 44-30. Leander just needs to keep moving the ball around to get open shots. I would expect the Tigers to put a whole lot more pressure on here, try and get some turnovers.
Well, and expect them to take a lot more shots more quickly in their possessions as time's running low for them to I mean, they're still within striking distance. All they need is a real quick run, and they'll be within range. And the Lions probably should slow down their offense a little bit. It's tough to tell a Lions, tough to cage a line. Let's just leave it like that.
Starting five, Wilson, Sisson, Clark, Stevens, and Robledo back on. Throw into Robledo in the corner. Back over to Stevens under the basket. Over to Sisson on the right side. Lots of pressure here. Trap defense to get it across midcourt. Robledo with the ball. Looks around back to Stevens at the top, so they set it up. 3:15 left in the game. Being guarded by Lomax. Kick it back out to Sisson to set it back up. Drives down into the corner. Guarded by Leander. Over to the right side. Just tipped. Logan Clark picks it up. Tries to pass it into Wilson. Turnover. Stony Point gets the ball down the right side, up for the layup, and the foul. It is good. Leander with a little bit of contact by Landon Sisson, and they will count the bucket. He'll go to the line for his free throw.
And this is what I'm talking about. They can start to cut into that lead quickly if they get a lot of fast break points and the Lions get careless.
It's up and good. Three-point play for Leander.
It's difficult to slow your offense down when the other team is pressing, so you've got to be able to find that happy medium.
Pressure, and a turnover there.
He hopped.
He did. Logan Clark got the ball, looking to go up quickly. Took that hop step, and another turnover for Leander. They lead by 11 here with 2:45 left in the game.
Yeah, you can't let them back into it.
So Stevens going to pick up Leander right around midcourt. And look at turnover. Sisson with the steal. Goes up for the layup, and it is good.
Need those. Maybe that'll help Sisson find his range outside as well.
Great shot by Sisson right there. They kick it in. Stony Point looking. Oh,
good
Sisson
effort.
Going for another steal from number 45, Austin Taylor, one of their taller players. As he got the ball at the top of the key, reached in to try and grab it for another layup, but they called contact.
Yeah, they're still not in the bonus either, so there's one more foul before they're in the bonus. Good job by Sisson. I think it was good defense.
Leander up by 13. Three-pointer off the rim and no good. Rebound by Clark. Good rebound. Kicks up the left side to Stevens. Goes for the alley-oop. Off the glass. No good by Robledo. Good defense to close on him. Kick along the right side. Stony Point, steal by Robledo, dribbles up, 2 men on to Kais Wilson, left side layup, no good. They call contact.
Yeah, that putback won't count, but great job by both Robledo and Kais.
Yeah, did a good job, fast break there. Wasn't able to finish the bucket, but he'll go to the line for 2.
Got to knock these down. They're big.
First one's good by Wilson. 47-33 Leander, 2:03 left here in the game. Wilson getting ready for his second free throw. It's good. 48-33, 2 minutes left. They roll the ball in. Leander waiting to pick it up. Kais Wilson about to pick him up at midcourt. And he does. Over to Lomax for 3. Foul. Robledo, he was way outside.
Yeah, you want him to take that shot. Don't foul him. You can get a hand in the air, but make sure you don't hit him because you want him shooting that far out.
Yeah, and you don't want to stop the clock either if he misses it. And that's what he did with 1:57 left here in the game.
Well, he was going to miss regardless, and you don't want to give him a second shot at those points.
So the first attempt is no good. 48-33 Leander. Second attempt is good, 48-34. Here for his third attempt, it's up, and it's good. Leander up by 13, lots of pressure by Stony Point to get the ball into Stevens in the corner. Trap over to Sisson, looks down court, gets it to Kais Wilson on the left side, drives in for the layup, reverse layup, it's good. Wilson, good job there getting the ball up and in. Stony Point quickly down the court, look inside, kick it back out. Three-pointer, Stony Point, no good. Wilson with the rebound. Pressuring him over to Stevens on the left side. Drive up the side by number 2, Sisson, and he gets fouled. So he will go to the line in the bonus.
That's a good job by Sisson there, forcing the defender to come down on him and give him a chance to get some free throws.
First one is good for Sisson.
He made it look so easy.
Yeah, just a little flip of the wrist, and now Sickles and Meyer and Alger and Carson. And let's see, who else is going in?
Carson's going to have to wait a second until Sisson takes his free throw.
And Ryan Amerson as well. So Sisson here for the next one. It is good. So 1:27 left here in the fourth quarter, 52-35. Leander with the lead. Stony Point throws the ball in. Quickly get it past half court over to the right side to Lomax. Over to the left side to Jackson. Three-pointer up, and it is good. A long three-pointer by Cunningham.
Big rainbow arcing three-pointer too.
So working to break the press, and they do to Amerson. He gets it over to Sickles on the right side. Lots of pressure over to the middle. Whoa, 2 Leander players run into each other, but they keep the ball to Sickles. Lots of pressure over to Amerson on the left side. Back to Sickles on the right side. 50 seconds and counting.
Lions playing keep away.
A little bit of contact there by Stony Point. They get it to Meyer. Back out to Sickles. We're running clock. 44 seconds left here. Now over to the left side to Carson. Dribbles, a little bit of pressure by Lomax. Over to Alger.
Lions kill half a minute so far.
Dribbles down on the right side, a little bit of pressure. Keeping the ball away from everybody. Sickles now with the ball, a little bit of contact, no call. Back out top.
They're just trying to run this clock out.
Over to Sickles. Drives in, moves it around, off to Meyer, back to Sickles for a 3. Looks at it, 13 seconds. Takes it back out, wise move.
That's what his coach told him to do. You know, you do what they tell you. That three-pointer was enticing, I'm sure.
Sure was. Clock down to 2 and 1.
And the Lions
and Leander comes away with the win for, 52-38. Good job by Leander to notch their first district game, and pretty solid game all the way around by Leander, don't you think, Chuck?
Yeah, like I said, it was an impressive showing by the Lions, considering you're playing a very athletic Stony Point team who, obviously had a presence inside, and the Lions took that presence away. So
And Leander had enough shots inside and outside, but especially their defense tonight, they did really well keeping Stony Point out from inside the paint, made them shoot 3-pointers.
and so the final was 52-36.
I believe so.
Okay, I think that was right.
But great job by Leander. Had a lot of turnovers and some good fast break points as well. So looking down the road,
Got a game at Cedar Ridge on Friday. We'll get these technical issues worked out. I apologize. There's a couple of camera catch-ups that happened throughout the game, but not many. I'd say probably 3. But I was able to get most of the action, and despite not having a scoreboard, I think we were able to keep the listeners informed, and certainly tune in. If you have the password, make sure you go to the video stream and watch it. If not, you can listen to the audio.
yeah, we'll have the audio on during every broadcast, and you will have to get the link to watch the video of the broadcast, and that is through the direction of head coach Clint Bradley, and I have no problem with that. We don't want the wrong people watching video and taking notes of the Lions. So.
Well, teams can send people to scout. They can negotiate trades of video with teams that have played the Lions. Like, for example, Cedar Ridge may call Stony Point and work out some kind of trade where they get the film for this. But you don't want to make it easy on Cedar Ridge, and so that's why there's a password. You can get that through parents. You go to the Booster Club or directly to Coach Bradley, and you get that passcode, and you can turn that over to grandparents and relatives all over this world.
Yeah, because I know we have definitely some family members that would want to watch. So, but this is the first night of that. We will get that password out. You can get in contact with me. You can get in contact with Chuck or my wife, Melissa Sickles, and we can get that through Coach Bradley, so it won't be any problem. But we'll go ahead and sign off tonight. The next game will be broadcast by SHN Sports, and that will be Friday. We will be at Cedar Ridge, so we will bring you the game then. So for Chuck Kracy and myself and SHN Sports, good night, and we will talk to you on Friday.
See you Friday.